From the Doom and Destruction collection, we have the 2-pack of the Decepticon Ruckus and the Decepticon Bludgeon. Yes. I don't know why I said yes like Megatron, but this is very cool. This is a set of 2 figures, one of which I'm kind of like, why? Why are we getting another one? But I'll give him a different name. And the final one of the 3 Triggercons. So yeah, I just got this. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. And I'm Captain Kyle. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you've been watching for a while, thank you so much for coming back. That is just awesome. So let's break this out, go through these 2 figures bit by bit, and have some fun along the way. Be right back. So yes, this 2-pack has Ruckus, who definitely we needed a new Ruckus, because it's been a while. And it has a Bludgeon, which I'm kind of like, okay, why are we getting another Bludgeon? Didn't we just get a Bludgeon? I mean, it's different colors, but that just seems interesting to me why they would do that. Well, let's take them out and take a look. So in the box, we have, on cardboard, strapped like Hannibal Lecter, the amazing Hannibal Lecter, we have 2 Decepticons, again, Ruckus, Bludgeon, and a shitty piece of paper. We also have instructions in the box, which is important. Now, these are repaints. Ruckus being a remold, very heavy remold and repaint of Beachcomber of all people. Not who I would see as a Decepticon base, because he's so pacifistic, man. Yeah, we won. So there's Ruckus, and he's got some accessories here, which we're gonna put on momentarily. But let's get them off. This thing, so much plastic. Sheesh. And Bludgeon, of course, has his sword, his 2 guns, and we'll put him right next to his buddy Ruckus here. I didn't realize they were such close friends that they would share a box together, but you know, because we never got to see Ruckus, or Bludgeon for that matter, in the cartoon. But we did get to see them in the comic book, and while Bludgeon took over the Decepticons and was pretty much a badass until G2 came around and Megatron said, "Alas, poor Bludgeon, I knew him well." Lots of plastic shit to throw away. The only time we really saw Ruckus was in the flashback scene where Megatron and Optimus were both looking for the Underbase, and Megatron had the Triggercons and Optimus had the Triggerbots. Weird how that worked out. So there is Bludgeon fully armed, and let's see about Ruckus. So the instructions are pretty big. I feel like I'm reading an old-timey newspaper, upside down. And yeah, we're looking at this and, oh, look, Marmaduke. Okay, so these weapons fold away. You plug them in and they fold away. And it looks like they also have 5mm posts on them. So potentially you might be able to put them in his hand. We'll test that out. He does come with a pistol, which the original did not have. But I do like the fact, we'll explore this more later, that the shoulder weapons are flip up and come around. They don't have the motorized gimmick of the original. Can't really expect that. Besides, after a while, it went, it didn't work very well after that. But these 2 figures, yeah, they look intimidating, but I think we're gonna go with Ruckus first. Ruckus, I've been more excited to get than another Bludgeon. And so looking at him, he does look amazingly like the original. The face looks, as I recall, because I don't have him anymore, like the original. He's got the same type of feet. He looks damn good. Decepticon symbol on his chest. He's got the paint apps on the side. Decepticon symbol on his arm as well, just the right arm apparently. So if you're on the left side of him, you won't realize he's a Decepticon, except by his actions. So he's got this pistol. It's pretty cool, and it looks like it has a post on the side. I imagine that is for storage in vehicle mode. And yeah, these are cool. They come over, you can make the noise if you want. And so he's got the shoulder mounted cannons, which are very cool. And they do detach. So if you're playing with your Transformers, not that I ever do that, and I might have them on upside down. I think they're supposed to be like that, so they hide better. I don't know. I'm gonna look at the instructions again to see if it actually shows. No, I think I was right the first time. So it's like that. But yeah, he looks amazing like the original. No sound effects though, but he's very nice. A great homage. But yes, if you're playing and you get disarmed, now let's take one of these off and see. Yes, you can put them in his hand. So if he's like, I don't need shoulder mounted cannons right now, I need 2 pistols, he can be firing in all directions. So I'm glad they have that additional functionality for these weapons. Now, because this post moves, you got to kind of hold it a little bit or something in order to push this onto it. but we're gonna fold those back for now, and we're gonna take a look at some posability. I already see some issues that make him not as ideal, but it's also the structure of the character. But first of all, he does have very good ankle swivels. I mean, he can do some breakdancing. It's amazing. Full Jean-Claude Van Damme, not a problem. Kicking, he can kick forward. Pretty good, decent height. Kick back, looks like a little bit higher on the back. To the side, definitely. And then you can go way up. So legs are so far good. Let's see, knee. It does bend about 90 degrees. It has this little protrusion here. I guess that adds to the impact. And you can spin them around. Swivels, we like swivels. Twisting at the waist, there he goes, all the way around. Not a problem. Now, here's where I anticipate some problems. The arms cannot go all the way around because he's got these shoulder things. So if you kind of bend it out, you can make it go all the way around, but not going straight back. He does have a nice elbow joint, and he does pivot all the way back. The fists can turn, so that's a good thing. No articulated fingers, didn't expect it on a toy of this size. And his head, he can turn and be blinded totally. It's not like he's looking behind himself, but you can turn it all the way around, so good head posability. And of course, the other things you can bring out are his weapons. Say hello to my little friends. So I'm liking it thus far. A lot of nice posability, seems pretty stable, and he's even got a gun. Rukus got a gun, or he's got 3, I don't know. So I'm liking him now. From what I read, he's actually a little bit taller than Beachcomber. In his robot mode, he is about 5 3/4 inches tall. Unfortunately, I don't have a Beachcomber handy, but side by side, he's about the same height as Windsweeper. So just to show a little bit of scaling. And you know, they want to hang out. You'll get your chance later. Hang out there. All right, so that is his bot mode. Let's check out his vehicle mode. So there is Ruckus in his vehicle mode. And I will say something I didn't notice before, the tires are rubber. So that's a nice touch. Now his gun actually goes on the front as Beachcomber's does. But I imagine if you really want, you could use a side post and put it on the top. And you can of course pull up his guns and he can be driving down the beach or the road and just blasting people to smithereens. Because that's what Decepticons like to do. They may not use the word smithereens because, you know, that's an Earth term and it's kind of dated. Now, one thing I'm noticing is when I push that down into place, sometimes it pops back up, this piece here. Now I have everything properly in place. I'm just gonna reseat the arms real quick just to make sure it's not me doing this. I played around with it a little bit, maneuvered the arms. It looks now like it's staying in place fine. So it could have just been something slightly out of alignment, and that's totally on me. Now he is a vehicle with wheels, which means we got to do a roll test. I like it. Rolls nice and straight. I don't know if it's quite up to G1, but it's good. And his vehicle mode is 4.5 inches. And I do have to say, while I don't have the original, I do remember what it looks like. And this is spot on. I mean, this is a really good representation of that toy writ larger. So there you go. That is Ruckus. I have to break out Crankcase at some point. All right, hang out with Windsweeper. So let's bring out our next Decepticon evildoer from the Doom and Destruction collection. And yeah, he's definitely just like the original Bludgeon from Legacy. He is a repaint, remold of Tarn. This is now the very distinctive facial feature. Comes with the sword, comes with the double arm cannon, and of course you can use them as individual guns if you really want. And maybe I'm just too used to the third-party one. I was looking to see how I could turn on the lights, but no lights. But overall, pretty much the same. I'm gonna go through posability very quickly because we've done this before with both Tarn and Bludgeon. So very quickly, he's got ankle swivels. He's got the full-on, maybe a degree or two off the Jean-Claude Van Damme. Nope, there we go. Full-on Jean-Claude Van Damme. So full split, very nice. Can't hold himself up that way very well, but kicking, forward, kicking, back, side kicking, bigger side kick, kneeing with this really bad Blade of Doom. And his knees, he can basically double over his leg. The same swivel, which eventually gets stuck. So he can swivel, but it's not all the way around. He can look very crippled, but no, it's not quite all the way around. Twisting at the waist, of course. Arms go all the way around, bends at the elbow, swivels, the fists turn. He's got articulated fingers, so he can be like, hey, put her there, pal. And the head, of course, can turn all the way around. So it's just this new deco. He looks like he got more into nature. He's got a very small Decepticon symbol right there in the middle of his chest. But to help figure out this deco, let's bring out the original Bludgeon. Obviously, they are the same size. The face is a little different. So I'm not sure what this Bludgeon is supposed to be, but that's like a skull face. And this looks like a robot face, but then he's kind of got like, almost like tentacles coming out. Were you possessed by the fungus in The Last of Us? Now looking on the box, it just says Decepticon Bludgeon. It doesn't give any explanation for the alternate face. I don't know, maybe this thing called the internet can answer some questions. So this is apparently the new head, chest, and waist armor are based on the Stormbringer design, which I am not all that familiar with. So I'm guessing that it is something in the comics that I haven't come across, but yes, the chest is definitely different, the head is definitely different, and the hip plate is definitely a little bit different. So yeah, so this is Stormbringer Bludgeon, or just call him Stormbringer. There you go, whole new character. So we'll put that Bludgeon away, because Mr. U's not all about you, you had your own. Well, you were compared to like the Revenge of the Fallen one, but close enough. All right, let's quickly put him in his tank mode, which I mainly remember, but let's do this thing. All right, and there he is in his vehicle mode. By the way, it's like 6 3/4 inches in robot mode, and lengthwise in his vehicle mode, he's like 6 inches. But I have to say, transforming him, it seemed a little more difficult. It's almost like this mold has been used several times and caused some problems. This plate here, real easy to pop off. I mean, you can pop it back in, but the redesigned plate, not the best. And one of these guns kept popping off, so not happy about that. And the yeah, it just seemed a little bit more difficult to transform than the other versions of this mold. So I think it's starting to suffer from remold, repaint fatigue. But overall, it looks like a cool vehicle. It looks like the other ones. It doesn't have any real wheels, so I'm not going to actually try to do a roll test on it. But yeah, so this is the Stormbringer design, apparently. I mean, I prefer my remolds, repaints to be different characters, because I'm quite happy with this particular Bludgeon. But still, if you're a fan of the saga that bought you Stormbringer Bludgeon, just be aware this plate just feels a little loose, can pop off pretty easy. And I had some problems with the guns, these forward guns popping off a little bit, but other than that, I mean, it seems to go together the same way, and he's decent. So there you have it, the 2-pack of Rukus and Bludgeon. Apparently it is an Amazon exclusive. I am putting a link in the description to Amazon, so if you're gonna buy it anyway, might as well use that link, and that'll support the channel a little bit. That'd be awesome. I'll also put a link to eBay for when it's no longer on Amazon. I think ahead, like 73 steps ahead, and then I take 74 steps back, so cancel it out. But yeah, I'm very happy with Ruckus. This is a very cool addition, and the Bludgeon, I'm like, okay, I'll take another Bludgeon. I just need to read some comics so I can really appreciate this version of him. But a fun set overall, and I hope you're having fun watching these videos, as much fun as I have making them and making really bad jokes and complaining about Bludgeon. Alas, poor Bludgeon. I knew him. No, I'm not going to throw him. That'd be mean, but I was doing a Decepticon voice, so Megatron. Pretty mean. But yeah, so link in the description to get these guys, and if you're enjoying this content, by all means, feel free to subscribe. That'd be awesome. And while you're mulling over this particular 2-pack, check out this one over here. This is also from the Doom and Destruction set, and has his happy Triggercon pal in it. So check it out. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.